Hello there, and let's talk about ransomware strategies. Ransomware strategies are a critical function that allows the company to recover from a ransomware attack. Let's start with what a ransomware attack is. It is when cyber criminals permeate your IT infrastructure and encrypt it, meaning no one can log in and your business is interrupted. No revenue will be processed. The financial loss is related to that lost revenue and the cost of restoration. To restore it, you either need to pay the cyber criminal and get the decryptor key, or rebuild all of your systems, technologies, and business processes that the company uses. If you elect to pay the ransom, you might not get the decryptor key. You may be targeted again. They may increase their demand, and your cyber insurance rates will definitely increase. Worse yet, there's another catch related to ransomware that is critical to consider. By paying the cyber criminal, you may be getting more than you bargained for. If the cyber criminal is on the sanctions list, better known as the U.S. Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control, OFAC, you may pay them and then be liable for penalties, both civil and criminal. In order to recover from a ransomware attack without paying, you must first restore your systems. Most companies will hire a Big Four who will tell you that they need to create a business impact analysis report. They'll interview all of your system owners and come up with a list of critical business processes. This typically takes between 6 to 12 months and costs organizations over $750,000. The issue with that is that the data is stale. It only is 25% of what you need to recover. It's simply a list of critical business processes. The other data that you need to restore includes the data sources and the source to target databases associated with each system and business process. That's where the Big Four leaves you flat. RiskQ is a phenomenal new approach that reverses the Big Four method and provides you with 75% of the data you need to restore. Our first step is to identify all the source systems, data sources that are used by the company. We do this with an asset inventory scan. The scan is agentless and runs in less than 30 minutes. You can't restore if you don't have an inventory, so let's show you what the inventory looks like. You will have a list of systems, and within each system, you'll have the associated technologies related to it. You can see in this case, the data source is Oracle MySQL. You'll know what vendor is creating this system. You'll know what data classes are being actually stored or processed by the system. And then you're going to be able to actually map the process back to the system. The only thing that the scanner does not do is map processes back because no one can. So this is incredibly important. So you have all of the data that you need to actually go ahead and understand source to target information. So let's take a look at the database here for a second. And you can see here that we have 4 different source to target systems that are using this Oracle MySQL database. The next step is to understand how to prioritize restoration. So let's take a look at that. In this case, we see that we have crown jewel assets that we're going to filter on. And when I filter on those crown jewel assets, I have my revenue processes that are associated back to these systems. So if I go ahead and I filter on my first process, I see I have my source to target systems here. This makes it very simple for the organization to understand how to prioritize and what type of a project plan they're going to put behind this. It's that simple.